But find good mentors, find good people that are in the same wavelength, and learn from them, and in terms of what they've done, what they've been able to achieve, and see if that's something that you want to do as well, and what you want more, what you want from life. Because as a kid, you're going to live in the now. You're just doing things for the now. You're not really thinking about the long term. But you honestly, as a youngster, I think you should really consider what it could be like in 5-10 years for you if you're making these choices now. And if you're not making the right choices, it's not going to just work out. It's not one of those things. It's not fairy tales. It's not one of those stories that you just think, I can just do this now, and then later on in life I'll think about it then, I'll sort it out then.
It becomes part of your DNA.
It becomes part of your DNA, and
it shapes your character.
And shapes, and I know people that have that live by that whole creed of I'm just going to do it now and it'll be fine, and later on I'll sort out. They're gone. Either they've gone a completely different road, even worse. They've ended up in prison, or they've completely lost the deen, or they've completely lost. They're just disenfranchised from society as a whole, and they're just making all the wrong mistakes. Don't just be a yes man. Come on, now. There is no reward in being a yes man. And as difficult as it is, as a youngster, you need to learn how to be self-sufficient and also stand up for yourself. If you know it's wrong, stand up for yourself, because you'll build more character in doing that at that stage than you would if you just say yes and follow along. You can't be sheep. You got to be a leader. You got to be the shepherd in some instances. Make that change, do that change, live by the change as well. So
that's and also speak to people. Speak to
people. Reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out.
And that's because one person doesn't listen or didn't take you seriously. Doesn't mean that everyone's gonna be like that.
Everyone's gonna be like that.
So if you're in school, there are many teachers or many avenues where you can get help. So the school is not
friends
as much as serious, but when in your neighborhood, in your state is a bit of a challenge, because these are
the people that you see after school, and they're going to be around your area.
So this one we have to be very careful, and stick up for yourself. Sometimes you have to take the on the chin.
Sometimes you have to take those licks. But then whatever it is, and that being life is not designed to be all fairy tales and all easy and candy floss and rainbows. It is. There are going to be situations where you do have to stand up for yourself. And it's okay to do that, because ultimately, if you don't stand up for yourself, then you stand for nothing. So you have to do things. There is going to be some confrontation in life that you will have to go through. You have to build yourself like that. So yes, look, it's going to be difficult in the estate, in the area, as opposed to school. School, you can kind of, you kind of get secluded, and you can kind of do your own thing. You can find spaces where it's easier to get by. But outside of school, you really need to look for mentorships as well, and look for things that you can get involved in, that you can burn time doing that, as opposed to just hanging around, having a smoke, getting into trouble. Learn something. The biggest thing, one of the things that I did as a youngster, my father encouraged me to do, was do karate, martial arts. There was routine. That builds so much character. Even praying, of course, that was part of the 5-day. That was part of the routine anyways. So inshallah, you have that as well, and you learn to do that and learn more and get educated about that. But also in your spare time, find things that you like doing, whether it's playing football, getting active, being involved in sports. But the point I'm making is, find things that you can invest your time in that will ultimately give you reward and help you stay away from situations and scenarios where you're just dossing around, getting involved in things that actually won't benefit you later on anyway.